know I didn't just see videos of folks in Jamaica, Americans, Black Americans in Jamaica, post-Hurricane Melissa, complaining about the food they were provided by the hotel.
What are y'all doing for gas? You all in this room with company, right? So you're going to give us bag lunches?
We'll go anywhere in the United States. We just need to get out of Jamaica, please.
All-inclusive resort, okay? This is a lunchbox.
Post-hurricane?
Let's keep watching.
Hurricane Melissa, one of the most severe hurricanes to hit the region ever?
Yeah, that look off is my sentiments exactly, because before I keep going, my name is Kiana. I'm a Jamaican American. I was born here in the United States. I've never been to Jamaica. My parents are Jamaican, but I'm American. I have a very unique position in this country of the United States, right? I don't think it's unique to me, but I think it's a position that people don't really pay attention to, like mixed people are. I'm not confused about who I am. I just don't fit in either box, and people don't know what to do with gray area, right? I oftentimes come on here and I correct the Black community because I've always thought that the Black people were my people, because we share the same skin color, because we're Black, because when we're racially profiled in America, no one's asking what our lineage is, right? As a Black American with Jamaican parents who is detached from Jamaican culture, like I grew up eating Jamaican food and everything. I don't speak patois. I'm not close to my family. I am a loner in the United States with no extended family that I can just say, I'm Jamaican. I go back to Jamaica all the time. I'm an American. I've been here my whole life, and I live amongst the Americans. Not only am I American, I am poor. I hate to say it that way. I mean, I know a lot of people say, don't speak that over your life, but I am. My parents didn't leave me anything. I'm not over here just privileged. And I think a lot of Caribbean people want to feel that way over other people. That's why we can't talk, because we're privileged. I'm not privileged. It's my experience here in the United States. And I correct Black Americans because Black Americans need to be corrected. I see a lot of people, not only Amanda Seals online, talking about how Black Americans are acting in Jamaica. I'm just going to say this is what we've been talking about without a natural disaster to blame it on. Black Americans are badly behaved. They're entitled. They're rotten. They are confused. They think that they are white people when they are not. This is why they call themselves foundational Black Americans. And anyone who is not foundational, they treat bad. Before I go any further, let's finish watching the entire video. Let's watch the entire video. It's not that much longer. I'm going to speed it up. Watch.
No, you know what? I couldn't have seen that. Cause that would be utterly insane. Disgraceful and ungrateful. As somebody who has actually been in the Caribbean at a hotel during a hurricane.
It's very, very scary.
I was in Hurricane Beryl while at Mount Cinnamon Hotel in Grenada last year. I need to remind some of you that these people are literally with your instead of with their families during severe weather event that could affect and impact their lives and their livelihood. And you're talking about what? They're literally there putting together meals with whatever they have to get to you. I remember that folks at Mount Cinnamon was coming through while the wind was moving and crazy and everything, making sure that we had something to eat. Oh, you're damn rude. I had heard that this was happening, and I just assumed it was white folks. I just was like, yeah, that tracks. And this is why we continue to have dissension amongst the diaspora. Because so often, folks go other places and act a mess. And there's a version of this that is done by African folks. There's a version of this that is done by Caribbean folks. And there's a version of this that is done by American folks. And everybody needs to stop showing up in other places acting like the colonizers that colonized them. Cut it out.
Okay, so I let the video play. And it's very hard for me to not interject when I hear the hypocrisy, right? You guys, let me start by saying this. You guys know when I talk about the neurodivergent villain, right? And I talk about the narcissistic autistic, right? And I talk about people who feel like if you can't beat them, join them, right? This is who I'm talking about. And this is no shade to Amanda Seales. Like I told you guys, I was a fan. I still am. I still have respect because I'm not a person who is like black or white. I'm not a person who's black or white or who's like, you said something I don't like, I don't respect you no more. I respect her. I don't respect the patriarchy. I don't respect white supremacy. I don't respect none of that shit. And what we're witnessing is that it's very hypocritical of Amanda Seales to be saying all of this. And I'm telling you, this is a justice sensitivity because I cannot, when I see her videos, I cannot scroll any longer since that debate because I'm annoyed. Why is it okay for her to be able to correct the black community? Number one, her lineage is not black American. And we were repeatedly told, I'm repeatedly told, and on that debate, it was repeatedly said by her that we can't speak because we're not black American. We don't know what they've been through when we all just been living in this generation. Okay, it's 2025. None of us were slaves. Okay, we are living now though. And I told you guys my stance. Like I told you guys that I'm black I'm American. I was born here. I am of Jamaican descent. I'm not close to my parents. I went to school with black Americans. I work around black Americans. And not only do I live in America, I live in the fucking hood. Okay? So when things are said like, oh, there's no black on black crime because you're trying to subscribe to white supremacy and fight white people with lies so that you can seem like you are, like black people as a whole are more evolved. The truth is we are not as a whole. I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying as a whole, we are not evolved. And when one black group, because there's so many subgroups, because we've subscribed to the patriarchy, when one group, such as the intellectuals, keep trying to speak for all of us, you can't do it because then you sound crazy. Do you not care that there's black people out here that you're speaking for when you use the blanket term black and your reality is not theirs? And when we try to speak out about our reality and correct black people, black Americans, and we're just black people. I don't give a fuck about none of these different titles. We're black. Okay? I thought that's what we were fighting for. When we try to speak out, we're called Uncle Toms, coons, self-hating. You're there. No, I think the difference, and let me go back to my neurodivergent villain. This is if you can't beat them, join them. I poured all of my blood, sweat, and tears, my whole life into this community. My whole career is based off of correcting black Americans and fighting and always speaking about it. And I need a return on my investment. I invested too much, so I need a return. I need a pat on the back. I need something. So I'm going to go as far as to say, you can't talk because you're not black American. Amanda Seales is too intelligent for that. And this is why I say the intellectuals might be some of the stupidest people I hear speak sometimes. Of course they're intellectual. Of course they're smart. Of course they do research and they study, especially if they're on the spectrum like Amanda Seales. Research is in her genetic makeup, right? But to throw away all logic and start arguing a point like your life and your experience doesn't matter because people you've never met, and I'm sure they've never met them because they're all Christians. You don't even know the names of your ancestors. We can't talk even though we're black. That's gaslighting. And I think that's what that debate was. I think that is her ego. And what do I say about those narcissistic autistics and those neurodivergent villains? They know right from wrong emphatically, but it doesn't pertain to them. I think what we're witnessing is Amanda Seales wanting to be the face of the liberation of black Americans. People like me don't give a fuck. Starseeds, chosen ones, niggas out here trying to just elevate the vibrations of the planet. We don't give a fuck who gets credit for niggas acting like they got sense. We just want it to happen. So when people come and shut us up and say, oh, you're self-hate, I ain't never been self-hating. This community I've been a part of, they have broken my heart. They have also uplifted me. I see them. I'm a part of black American culture. I have never been anywhere outside of the United States. These are my motherfucking people. They don't claim me. Do I hate them? No. Do I know they're sick? Yes. Do I know they need help? Yes. Do I know that they're never going to accept the help from me and they're going to find a reason to say, oh, you don't need to talk because you're, yes, because they're sick. This is what spoiled, rotten children do. They fight for their own oppression. They fight for to not grow. That's what black Americans are always constantly fighting for, to not grow. They don't want to fight for liberation because they've been buck broken. These are a confused group of black people with black skin who think that they are white. They think that they are more deserving than other black people around the world because they were enslaved in a certain part of the world. And you ain't got to take my word for it. Y'all never want to take my word for it. Go online and look at what's happening in Jamaica. They're all online. Like, the common sense is gone. We talk about all these people, they fucking around and finding out because their racism was so intense that they voted for somebody that is going against their best interests. That's a sickness. It is sick to go into another country that you know is just not America. Everybody there got to work hard for what they have. There's probably more black-owned businesses there that are beneficial to society. Like, I can't say for sure, but the hotels that they're staying in are probably black-owned. I don't know. I'm saying there's more businesses that are black-owned probably that are beneficial to everyone. These people are showing great character by still feeding them through a natural disaster when their homes are flooded. And they've already gotten paid. They don't have to refund nobody. They've already gotten paid. They could just say fuck it and go 10-7. But you see, when you come from humble beginnings, and this is not me bigging up Jamaican culture, because I can make a video. I'm not trying to not big up nobody, but everybody needs to be held accountable, just as Amanda Steele said. This happens all over the diaspora. Africans think they better, Jamaican thinks they better. Everybody thinks they better than this person. And right now, Jamaicans are having their time because the Americans are acting up. But Jamaicans have been known to act the fuck up too. So do Africans, so do all of them. Understand, I'm paying attention. But when you come from humble beginnings and you're not spoiled, this is why I call black people spoiled. I'm not name calling you. You are spoiled. So spoiled that you can't even see the error in your behavior. Going somewhere only considering the fact that you saved up your little bit of money to go on a trip. Something happened that was out of any human being's control, called a natural disaster. And you're complaining about poor service. Have you had to complain about poor service before the hurricane, if you've been there before? No, because there was no hurricane. And they could, it's a business. They want you to keep coming back, so they know what they're supposed to do for business. You're not telling them anything new. You're not telling them this is unacceptable breakfast. They know that Jamaicans eat good. They can cook. What are you saying? They're proud. One thing Jamaicans are is proud. They're not going to serve you no foolishness. If y'all knew anything about Jamaicans, listen, I'm Jamaican. My grandmother's from Kingston, Jamaica, ghetto. Rest her soul. I didn't really get along with her. She was a mean lady. She was mean. But Jamaicans don't play about hospitality. They rude as fuck, but they don't play about cleanliness and their image. Their egos are out of this world, even more than yours. Their belief in white Jesus is insane. They got y'all motherfucking topped. They got y'all beat with the Christianity. That's a whole nother thing. But they know what to feed you. You're not telling them nothing. You're acting entitled because what? They know what to feed you. They can't because a hurricane came. There's a hurricane, it's a natural disaster. Mother Nature herself came down and rained fury. Or maybe, I don't know if it's fury. Remember I told you there's no good or bad. I don't know if that was fury or blessed. I don't know. Right? And they're complaining about the service because they're sick and they're blind. And they're one-track minded to the point where they think that what they're talking about makes sense. I literally watched Lovely T, shout out to her. I was watching this lady go from entitledness to, I'm just sharing what we... No. Her demeanor changed because throughout all the videos people were making talking about her, she understood what they were saying. And then she tried to change and flip the script. Just like that stud girl who was in that school talking about sheesh to them kids. And then when y'all started to call her out, then I was saying sheesh because... No. You wasn't saying sheesh for no other reason than you were saying that these little girls is attracted to you, you attracted to them, and it's inappropriate. Let me continue. That is a sickness. I don't give a fuck how much they push me away. Am I going to keep trying to hug them? No, you slap me, I'm going to slap your ass back, and I'm going to say, stop, we have shit to do. I don't give a fuck how many times they call me self-hating, or Uncle Tom, or Coon, or whatever the fuck they done made up. I don't give a fuck about what they think about me. I love them. It is not love to shut down, to call for a conversation with black people, to embarrass them, belittle them, tell them that their experience doesn't matter for views, likes, and clicks, and then come back and try to be the face of morality. It's narcissistic. Because as much as black people deserve liberation, who gives a fuck who liberates them? Don't we all just want to be liberated? I'm trying to figure out when we're all going to get on the same page and stop trying to be the token black person who saved. We don't give a fuck. Over here, Starseeds don't give a fuck who liberates them. We just need our people with this skin to be liberated. Who gives a fuck who says it? But you don't get to say it and then condemn other people for saying it because you want a cookie. No.